Hello everyone, welcome back to my craps table. I am the Rocky Mountain Roller, and we are going to start a fun strategy called the Iron Cross. Now, with all strategies, I make no guarantee that you will win money. In fact, you can probably lose a lot of money playing this strategy because you're going to be exposing a lot of your money out there on the table. But as you know, we talked about place bets yesterday, about placing the 6 and the 8, and also the 5 and the 9, and the 4 and the 10. So this strategy calls for place bets on the 5, 6, and the 8, and then also a field bet. Okay. Now, why do they call this the Iron Cross? Well, as you can see, you're betting on the 5, 6, and the 8, and this graphic would be stretched all the way over here to the 4. So what you would have is you would see a cross here because you're betting on the field, which, don't pay attention to this, pretend the field's over here because it would be stretched out. That's the entire box. And then we would place bets on 5, 6, and 8, and then down on the field. So it makes it look like a cross. Okay? Now the strategy behind this is that there's action on every roll except for the 7. Okay? If they hit a 7, you're going to lose all of your place bets and you're going to lose your field bet. Okay? But we're going to be constantly betting on all the numbers basically. Okay? You're going to be able to collect money if you roll a 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, and then the 12. Okay? So you're going to see constant action on this. However, if you roll a 5, 6, or 8, you're going to be collecting $14, right? And not the 1-to-1 down here. So you'll have to replace this bet. So as we get into this, I will show you how it works. And right now you've got enough money. You're going to have $200. You have enough money for 4 shooters. Okay? Why do I say that? Because you're going to be exposing $44 per roll. Okay? So once the point is established, let's just say the point's on 8. It doesn't matter to you because we're not playing the pass line. Somebody else is shooting right now. So here are your place bets. Okay? Just like this. Well, your place bets get set up first. So we have 12 and 12. That's 24. Here's your 34. And there's your 44 right there. So that's $44 you have exposed out there. And as long as they don't roll a 7, you'll be collecting money on every roll except for the 7. Okay? But you can see in like the video that we had last time, the shooter rolled a point and then 7, point and 7, point and 7. So if that happens 3 or 4 times, you're going to be out $176 and you'll be decimated. So I'm just showing you the Iron Cross. This is a strategy when the table gets hot. You can take advantage of it. Let's say that you're just playing the 6 and the 8 and the 6 hits, which pays, $14. Okay? And you decide, well, you know what, I want to put it over the 5. You do so, and they happen to roll a 5, you get paid another $14. Then you decide, okay, well, I'm set up for the Iron Cross with only a $24 investment. Okay? And then you can start collecting your money. Right now, we're just doing flat bets. I know there are people out there that say you need to press your bets. I understand that, but we're just beginning. We're trying to learn this game. We're learning on this table. This is not real. Okay? So right now we're just going to do flat bets just to kind of see where we're at. As we get a little more advanced, obviously you would want to get into what they call press, or pressing up your place bets, okay, and also pressing up your field bet as well. We can get that later. I don't want you guys to worry about that right now. I just want to basically show you the strategy and how it works. So this is the Iron Cross. There's a couple of variations of it. When you're shooting, we'll have to show you how to make that work as well. But right now you've got your $200 buy-in. Okay? Remember to buy in when the puck is off. We'll place your chips up here. Okay? We'll pretend it will not be your roll. And the dice come out. And I'll pick these. So here we go. Here's the come out roll. We have nothing at stake right now. And there's an 8. So they've got the point on 8. So now it's on, right? So you're going to hand the dealer $45, okay? So there's 10, 20, 30, actually, sorry, $35, okay? You hand them $35 and say place 5, 6, and 8. So here's the 5, 6, 8, of course, yep, 2, there's 4. So they're going to give you $1 back, right? Because these dollars are 6 bets, or $6 as you bring it up. So we need a minimum of $12 each, so that's 24. And there's your 30 over there, so $34, and you're going to take your extra chip, put it up here in the rack, and then we're set for the Iron Cross. All right, well, let's see how this shooter does. Let's see how this shooter does. Here we go. Come on. There you go. Risk versus reward. They rolled a 7 out right away, 0.7. So all this is going to come down. Okay. So right now we're down 44 bucks. So let's try this again. There's a new shooter coming out. Okay. And there's the 2 4s. We'll just take that. Okay. Timeout roll. Okay, we got a 10. We have a 10. So that doesn't mean anything to us because we're just going to do the place bets again. So as we did before, we're going to take 35 bucks, throw it in the come box, and say place on 5, 6, and 8. Here's the 5, 6, and 8. Then they need $2 here, and they're going to give you $1 back. Okay? And you would pick that up, and then you would bet another 10 in the field box. Okay? All right, we're set up for the Iron Cross again. Let's see how this works. Come on, shooter. Come on, shooter. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you can see another 0.7. You've just lost now $88. Sorry. Trying to show you how this works, and so far we haven't gotten anybody that wants to play along. So here we go again. Points off. We'll take the 11s this time, or the 11, and here we go. Okay, got an 8. So the points on 8, just like we did before. We'll give the dealer 35 bucks. And place on 5, 6, and 8. And they're going to place your numbers for you. Give you $1 chip back. You're going to pick that up, and then you're going to place $10 in the field bet. Okay, so now we're back to the Iron Cross. All right, come on, shooter, let's do a little better than these other two. And we have another 7 out. Okay, we're getting crushed, absolutely crushed. Well, so that just shows you right there is no perfect strategy. We have not hit one shooter yet that's been able to roll past a 0.7. That's pretty bad. So that's a pretty cold table. You obviously don't want to be doing this strategy when the table's cold. So we're down to our last full $44. Let's do this again. Okay, so here we go. We've got just this. All right, we'll roll it. All right, so we got an 11. Doesn't matter. There's no point established. If you're on the pass line, you remember that you would win the 1-to-1 bet because the point is off. If you're on the don't pass, you would lose. Okay, so here we go. It's kind of a good sign sometimes when you see a 7 or 11 on a come-out roll. That usually means that they're a qualified shooter. So we'll get into that. There's some books that talk about that. So here we go again. We've got 35 bucks. And we're going to say place 5, 6, and 8, just like we've done before. Okay? There's 14. Oh, or not 14. There's $4 plus your $1 back for the 5 there. And then you would pick that up, and then we want to do the initial $10 bet for the field. All right, let's see how this shooter does. And we have a 5. Okay, so we have a 5. So that means you lose your field bet. Okay, you've lost $10. However, because you're on the 5 over here, you get paid $14. All right? So you get $4, basically $4. Now you have options with this money. You can place the hard ways, okay? And you'll get paid, if you roll a hard 4, you'll get paid 7 to 1. A hard 10, you get paid 7 to 1. Hard 6, you get paid 9 to 1. Hard 8, you get paid 9 to 1, okay? Off an initial $1 bet. Now with these bets here in the middle, just on the hard ways, not on these. These are all like one-time bets. With these bets here, when the point is on, if the shooter rolls a 7, these are going to go away. However, if the point were to be off and the shooter rolls a 7, these are safe, just like the place bets are. Okay, so we'll get into that. I'm just doing this for fun. We're getting creamed. I don't want to be chasing losses or anything like that, but what the heck, you know what I mean? It's called gambling for a reason. So here we go again, and there's an 8. And it's a hard 8. Look at that. It's a hard 8. So you get paid 9 to 1 for that. So there's your $9 for that bet. Oop. $9 for that bet, so they'll give that to you. However, you lose your field because you rolled an 8, but you get paid $4 again, okay? And I think this time we'll keep it, all right? So there's your 14. They'll give that back to you. And you just need to leave the $10 down on the field bet because we're doing the Iron Cross strategy. So we'll put that in our chip rack. And let's hope this shooter keeps going. And there's a 5. So same thing as before. They will take down your field bet. However, you have a 5 out here, right? They're going to pay you $4. So this is your choice. If you wanted to, you can press what they call press your hard ways. So we'll get $2 each on these now, okay? And we'll roll again. Let's see how we do. Come on, shooter. And we have a 5 again. We have a 5. Okay. So they take down your field bet. However, because you have the 5 covered, they'll pay you $14, okay? So you basically made $4. They'll give that back to you, and we'll just hang on to the $4, but you have to leave the 10 in order to keep the cross going, okay? This is something new in the middle with the hard ways. I didn't think I was going to touch on this, but I don't know. I figured, what the heck, you know? Let's have some fun here. Okay, 5 again. Wow. So, again, you lose the 10. But you made 14 here, so you're just going to be collecting $4. Now, with this strategy, I mean, it's better when you're rolling the outside numbers like 4, 9, 10, and the 2 and the 12 that play double. Obviously, you're going to be making more money that way. So there is an option now, since we're just doing flat betting, where you could raise this up by like 1 unit, meaning $5 here, then would pay you 21. So every time you would hit a 5, then you wouldn't be might be making just $4, you'd be making $11. So just something to consider. We don't have to do it right now. Let's just show you how this works. We'll keep the $4 up here in the tray. Bring the dice back over. Okay. And we will roll again. And there's a 9. Okay, so that's fantastic. 9. All right. So point now goes to off. They're going to pay your field bet. Okay. And now you're going to simply just take this down. Okay. You can let it ride if you want, but in this strategy, you just want to take it down for now. And now all of this is safe because the puck's off. None of these bets are what they call working right now, unless you tell the dealer that you want it working. Okay. And we're not at that level yet. I don't think we want to take that chance. So we'll just play it how the puck lies. All right. So all these bets are safe. So they're going to do another come out roll. Okay. And he rolled a 5. Rolled a 5. There you go. So now the point is on 5. Okay. So now we're right back to the same strategy. We will place the field again to keep the iron cross. And now you got a couple of hard way bets going. And let's see how this guy can help us out here. All right, there's a 6. There's a 6 while we're hitting all the inside numbers right now. So they call that an easy 6. So what that means is that you lose your hard way bet. It only works, it only pays when they roll 2 3s, all right? Because it's an easy 6, you lose this bet. So this now comes down, okay? You lose this bet for the 6, however, you're gonna get paid $14. I know I sound like a broken record, but you have $4 there, we'll just hang on to it. We'll put the field bet back on and collect the $4. The strategy is really beneficial if they start hitting a lot of the crap numbers, like 2 craps, 3 craps, and the 12, and then also the 11 and 10, which you don't have covered, or the 4, and you get paid 1-to-1 on the field. Okay, there we go. We got a 12. We have a 12 right there. That's great. So your field bet now pays 2-to-1, pays double. Okay, so we just got $20 on that roll. We'll pick that up. Put that in the tray, okay? So like I said before, anytime that you want to take this down, you can. You just tell the dealer that you want to take down all of your bets, okay? And they'll take it down or place off or whatever, letting everybody know that your bets are not working anymore. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep letting this roll out, see how we do. But right now, we're starting to kind of climb back a little bit. Okay, now there's a 5, so they hit the point, they hit the 5, okay? So this puck now would be off, okay? And we would lose this bet, however, we get paid 14. Now you're getting a ton of 1s up here, so I'm just going to throw the dealer a 1, and he's going to put a $5 chip there instead of $4, okay? So since the point is off, we're just going to pick that up and put it in the rack for now. And we're going to wait for another come-out roll before we begin the iron cross again. And there's a 9, center field 9. So if we kept the field bet down, we would have got paid for that. Because remember, you can bet the field anytime you want. I'm just showing you how the strategy works while the point is on. You can take that chance, however. As you can see, we've been rolling a lot of these numbers here, and we've been losing, but we've only been gaining $4 versus, 1-to-1 like the 9 would pay you $10. So I hope you're getting the hang of this. We're going to put the field bet back down. The dice are going to come back over to the shooter again. And he's going to go for his 3rd point. And there's a 5 again. There's another 5. So we're right back in the same boat where we lose this bet. However, we get paid $14. But since you've got a lot of 1s, you're just going to throw the dealer a 1. And he's going to give you a 5 in return. Okay? Because it pays $14. Right? Back to the field, and dice go back to the shooter. This guy's not doing too bad. He's hit 3 points. And there's a 9. So he's hit his point. So he's hit 3 points. He's doing really well. He's doing really, really well. So now point is off. They are going to pay you 1-to-1 for your field bet, and you're going to pick that up. Okay? So here we go. Okay, there's a 5 again. Okay, so points back on 5. You need to have a $10 field bet again to complete the iron cross. Dice go back to the shooter. Same shooter. He's now going for his 4th point. Wish I was on the pass line. Okay, there's a 7 out. There's the 7 out right there. Boo. So they're going to come here and take all these chips. And so we've probably won back at least what we had out on the table, but we're still down. So now it's your roll, okay? So now it's your roll, and we'll see how this plays out, okay? Let's grab the 5s here. And since you're rolling, I would prefer to bet on myself. I'm going to do the pass line. There are people that play the don't pass. You can play the game however you want to play it. That's the beauty of craps. So pass line bets down. I'm going to roll for you guys. Let's see how you do. Okay, so there's a 6. Fantastic. This is going to be perfect for us. So now I would at least encourage you to take odds on the 6. Okay, at least one time. All right. Now we're going to place the 8 and we're going to place the 5, okay? So you're going to hand them 22 bucks, right? So the 10 goes on the 5, 12 goes on the 8, okay? We've got the iron cross set up. Just like that. But we have a place bet because it's on the 6, okay? So let's see how we do here. Let's see how we do. And that was an easy 6, but it doesn't affect us. We don't have any hard ways out there right now. Okay. Jeez, brutal. Absolutely brutal. You got a 7 out. So that was not so kind. That was not so kind, guys. That's brutal. That's brutal. I'm sorry. So, like I said, there's no winning strategy. But I think you can kind of get the idea that if somebody is really rolling some of these, more of these outside numbers, you know, like the 9, 10, and the 4, and also the 2 craps and the 12 craps, the strategy, you'll be taking down a lot of money. But you could also build up these bets too. If the numbers keep hitting, you can bring them up by $6 on the 6 and the 8, bring these up $5. I've seen some people take the 9, if they keep hitting bets, take the 9 and put money in the 9. That way when the 9 hits, you're almost getting paid double. You get paid $14 plus the 10. So when this hits, the inside numbers, you know, the field bet and this, then you'd be taking advantage of getting paid twice. So now we're kind of down in money. Here's another way of completing the iron cross strategy is, let's just roll the numbers here again. We'll just play the 6 and the 8, and then we'll spread it out. I don't know if you've heard that term. You can spread it out to the other numbers as you win. And we're going to try to do that right now for the iron cross and see if we can get some other numbers set up. Now that's an 11. Of course, we're not on the pass line. But I do like to see that number. It means that maybe the shooter is going to be a good shooter. I don't know. Okay, there's a 7. There's a point's not on yet. That's pretty good. If we were on the pass line, we just won twice. Get this guy established here. Okay, we got a 10. We have a easy 10. Point is now on 10. So you just hand the dealer 24 bucks. That's about all you have left, unfortunately. I'm sorry it's not going well, but it is craps, it's gambling. And like I said, there is no winning strategy to this game. But when a table gets hot, this strategy is hot, and you could also figure out a way to incorporate it in the way that you want to play. So I'll just show you another way to do it here if we play the 6-8 strategy, and we'll move the bets over. And there's a 5, so that doesn't affect us. Doesn't hurt us, okay? We'll roll this again. And there's a 3 craps. 3 craps. Okay, so there's an 8. Perfect. So this is going to help us with our strategy. Okay, so you're going to get paid $14 for the 8, right? So now you're just going to say place 10 on 5, which they're going to do, and then it's up to you what you want to do with the 4 bucks. Right now, I think I'm just going to keep every penny you got. So now that we're on the 5, you do have enough money to do 10. You can do it right now. So let me just give you. Here's 5. So there's the iron cross. So now your exposure right now is 34 bucks. Because you already won this, right? And then you put down another 10. So let's see how we do here. So there's a 9. There's a 9. Okay, so we're getting there. Now it's your choice if you want to place this on the 9 or not. You can. So this is called the inside numbers. They commonly refer to this as the inside 22 for like a $5 table because it takes $22 to cover the inside numbers here. Okay, so the 5, 6, 8, and the 9. In our case, because we're playing a $10 table, it would be the inside 44. So there's an option. I'm just going to move this over to the 9, and if we hit 9 again, then we're collecting double. But really, the iron cross only needs these numbers and the field, but I'll just bet that for you. We'll see what happens. We're down to our last couple of bucks of money here. Got a 5. We got a 5. So now, like I said before, like a broken record, you lose your 5, You lose your $10 on the field. However, you're going to get paid $14 on the 5. And you got plenty of 1s, so you can just throw him a 1 into the box and he'll give you a 5. Okay? And we'll just take that back, and you'll put 10 back on the field. And let's see here. Okay, 10-point winner. Shooter hit a 10. Nice. So you get paid on the field, and then this would come down. You would not want to bet the field unless, I don't know, you're feeling good. Let's see how he does here now. You come out roll. So there's an 8. Easy 8 right there. They would say mark the 8, and then you put $10 back in the field, and we're off to the races again. Come on, shooter. Okay, 2 craps. 2 craps. Fantastic. We get paid double. Just like that. And we'll stack it, put it in the rack. And we'll take it again. And come on, shooter. Okay, then now there's a 6. Okay. So you just hand the dealer a 1 from your rack here because you got a ton of them. And they would obviously take your field down, but they would pay you a $5 chip instead of 4 because you gave them $1. All right. Place the 6 back again, put the 5 back up in the rack. Now at any time you can take down your place bets. At any time you can do it. Okay, so there's another 6. So the 6 is hit a couple of times. You might want to consider bringing it up a level. Right now we're just doing flat betting. But we're going to lose our 6, but this is hit a couple of times. So they're going to pay us $14, right? So they're going to give you 4. And you can just say press the 6 up to 18, okay? So now this is 18, okay? We got $18 on the 6 now, okay? And then you'll just collect. Well, you can't really collect. You have to bring another 5 down to bet the field, or actually $2 with your dollar chip, but we won't worry about that right now. Okay, so we're going to roll again. And there's a 6, or a 12. Fantastic. Look at that. So you get paid double for that. There you go. So you just collect that and keep the 10 out there. And we're battling back a little bit. So come on, shooter. And there's a 9. Fantastic. There's a 9 right there. There's a 9. So you'd hand the dealer $1 because they're going to pay you 14 for this, right? So they'll give you $15. They'll take your $1, and then this is what I like to see when I have to bring another stack of chips out to pay you. And they'll pay you 1-to-1 for the field. So you just got paid double. You got paid $14 for your 9, and you got paid $10 for that. So that's a nice little win. Stack that back up. Now, if you wanted to, you can just take this down and collect it because you hit it. It was kind of like a floating number out there for you. I would probably do that. We're getting a little high in the roll count, but let's see how we do. We still got all the numbers covered. Come on, shooter. And there's a 6. Okay, here's a great example. 6. We had pressed the 6, if you remember, right? We pressed it up by $6 to 18. Now you get paid 21. So they take your 10 away. However, there's your 21. So you just made $11 instead of only gaining $4. Okay, so you can kind of see the advantage of that. We'll put that up in the chip rack, and then we got to put $10 back down. And here we go again. Come on, shooter. Ah, and I 7'd out. Ah, brutal. All right. So now you saw how we took the 6 and the 8, and we hit one of these numbers. We were able to place the 5, and then we risked another $10 to start the Iron Cross. So we only had $34 of exposure out there, and you could see after we won the field once, we pushed it out to the 9 here, and then the 9 hit, and we took that down. There's different ways that you can play this, and how you want to play it is completely up to you. If you keep hitting these numbers, I would just recommend maybe bringing them up 1 unit. $5 for here, and then obviously another $6 here to make this 18. So you're getting paid $21 every time you hit one of these numbers and it's not covered by the field. That way you're collecting $11 versus just collecting $4. But you can play the way that you want to play. As you can see with this strategy, it's a high roll count, you know. And you really want to see those sevens when the puck's off, right? Let that shooter get out of those sevens so when he establishes a number, he can hit anything that he wants, but it's constant action. You're constantly having to pay attention. You know, when they're paying you, they're taking the money away, paying you, and they're giving it back to you. You have to remember to put the field bet down to complete this. Now, at any time, if you just wanted to play the inside numbers, you could just move this out to here, and then you would have the inside 44 covered, right? Well, in this case, we have a little bit more on the 6, but I hope that makes a little bit more sense. The Iron Cross, how it works, when to recognize it. As you remember, when you were rolling, you had the point was on 6, and we were able then to place bets on the 8 and the 5, and then just put a bet down here. But you also had, you know, this covered with, you know, a odds bet in the back. Okay. What if the point was on 9? Well, then you would have to cover. You would have to put down more money to cover the 6, right? And then you need money then on the back to have odds, okay? So then this is just another way of doing it, but now you have more exposure, you have more risk, okay? It's ideal when you're rolling. If you roll the 5, 6, and the 8, that way it's covered on the pass line. You're only having to put down $10 more for odds, okay? Whereas with here, you're way more exposed. But you don't have to play it like that. You can just take the field away, keep your place bets, and just play the inside numbers. So I hope this was helpful and informative. I know that this is a lot of information. The beauty of this game is there's no right way to play it. It is how you want to play it, how you want to gamble, how you want your action to work for you. And then it's really up to the dice. And that's about all I can say about it. And, you know, I don't make any promises that you're going to make a ton of money on this game. But, man, it sure is fun when you're at a hot table and the strategy that you happen to like and you're working with, you know, is really paying off for you. And you walk away with some cash. But, you know, this game's a heartbreaker, too, you know. As you can see, we came back, so here's $100, and then 5, 10, 15, so $115. So yeah, we're down, you know, 80, $85. But you know, that does happen. It's just part of the game. And well, I hope you guys really enjoyed this session. I certainly enjoy it. I love showing people strategy and how they can incorporate it into their game. And like I said, there's no right way to play this game. Like I said, you can just play the inside numbers. You can play the Iron Cross strategy. If you're rolling, you happen to hit the 5, 6, or 8, you can incorporate the Iron Cross into that strategy. There's just so many ways to play. We briefly touched on the hard ways. You kind of saw how that worked. We'll get more into that as we progress in our sessions together. Some more strategies and other ways to bet in this game. So I think next time we'll move on to place bets again. Just kind of briefly touch on those again. Maybe get into how the COMBOX works. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun session next time. So if you enjoyed this, please like it. Please subscribe. I will continue to put out more content. Like I said, if you guys wanted to see how I built my 6-foot table, please put in comments. I'd be happy to do it for you, but I need to know if you guys are interested in seeing that, and then I'll put the effort into getting that done. All right? Enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you again.